Hello! Been a long time since I did an update on this channel. It's gonna be brief, but I figured it's notable to mention the records I just released today. Sorry for the music in the background, that's my stepbrother using the Amazon thing. Either way, I had the privilege to find a couple very, very early Victor Monarch records. 1901, 1902 era. They're 10-inch, so the latter half of that period, because the earlier ones were 7-inch to my knowledge. And then some of the first foreign records by Berliner, the gramophone concert record company. I'm not sure if that was started by Berliner and then became its own enterprise, or if it was its own thing and then was bought out by Berliner or Victor. Either way, it's a gramophone concert record. I have one of those elsewhere. It's got a very racist song on it, and it's not playable as much as I want it to be, so I could show it. I mean, it is playable, I can play most of it, but it won't play on the silver tone, so it won't work. And then this one, because this was still within that 120-year mark right there. This is about 1905, the Trinity Chimes. I listened to it on my Audio-Technica, and it sounds very ghostly and unique. But I'm kind of worried about recording it because there's that $1 thing on the back. Either way, in the record, I doubt you can see it, but right there on the record, there's a little bit of a gash. It still plays on the Audio-Technica, but I don't know if I want to play it on my Silvertone, because I feel like that might make the gash deeper and make it unplayable. And being that it's so old, I don't want to risk destroying it. It's a very good-looking Monarch record, like very, very clean-looking. And it is playable, but I know that some of my viewers don't really like when I record off of the Audio-Technica, so I don't know. But I just recorded these two very, very early Victor label records, and they're both one-sided, of course. Two-sided would not be a thing for Victor until 1910, and this is like 8 or 9 years before that, so. And they didn't even put labels on the back of them at this period. And then this one I'll record eventually, probably right after these two if I find nothing else to record. It's a nice opera solo with piano in the background, or piano accompaniment. So yeah, no, that's what's new with me. I also, because these were shipped to the antique store, I also went to the antique store, and the one seller there, who was there today actually, showed me a Busy Bee record player with a red horn and about 20 records, and he wants $350 for it. So I'm gonna be buying that here if it doesn't get sold before I get it, which I don't think it will, but I'm going to try and get a hold of that thing because it's a horned phonograph. It's a Busy Bee phonograph. I already have some Busy Bee records, but 20 more sounds pretty good to me. I don't know, but yeah, no, that's all I have for today. So, so long, and I look forward to letting you guys hear these two right here, because they're both very interesting. They both played through all the way on the Silvertone, which I'm very glad about. I was kind of worried that they wouldn't, but they did, and they sound really good. This Army Bugle Calls is a very interesting record. I'm going to put in the description. In the recording, the guy calls out when they switch to the different bugle calls, and it says what those bugle calls are on here. So when I was listening back to it, I couldn't understand what the guy was saying, but I could read the record, so I'm going to put that in the description as well as when it was recorded, if I can find that information. You know, these are so early, it might just say approximately 1901 or 1902. Either way. And then this one, I really like this melody. Hopefully you guys do too. it's just marching music, but when it gets to music that early on, I really like the marching music. So yeah, that's what's new with me. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these, but yeah, I figured that this would be worthwhile to mention. Okay, like I said, so long.